Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Meadsyre69 and welcome back to another video. Today, the AMX M4 49. Yesterday, I spoke about the AMX 31ER, and they have both come into Blitz store. Now, I did say yesterday that that 15,000 gold deal was a really good deal, and I would still recommend that if you don't own both of the tanks. However, if you do own the AMX 30, then 7,500 gold is still pretty good for this tank. Now, where this tank stands out is that turret, 250 millimeters on the front of your turret, and 175 on the hull. So the armor is pretty solid. It's pretty solid. It's got a pretty good rate of fire as well. It is a French tank, so it hasn't really got any armor on the sides or the rear. DPM pretty good for a tier 8 heavy at 2,325. That's an 8-second reload. Penetration 232 on your AP, 263 on your APC, and 50 on your HE, and you're doing around a 310 alpha every time. 4-second aim time, and the dispersion 0.335, and it does have a nice 10 degrees of gun depression. Speed is pretty good as well at 40 kilometers per hour. So overall, it is a solid tank. It's a solid tank, nice French tank. Quick, it's quite quick. Good rate of fire. 8.6 seconds. I think we're watching Fusilier now. I do appreciate, thank you Fusilier for playing the tank to get me some footage. I have been pretty busy lately, as you may know, but hopefully I'll be back. I might be back either tonight or tomorrow. I might stream. I'm in quarantine. I'm isolating myself for 12 weeks from work, so I will be streaming at some point quite often. I will be losing money from work, obviously, because I'm not there. So I need to do as much as I can from YouTube. And considering a lot of schools have closed, a lot of workplaces are closed, a lot of you will be at home not doing much. So get the footage out while everyone's at home. Build up those subs, build up those views, and we'll see where we go from there. So you definitely need to play this tank in a kind of hold down position because of that turret. It really does have a strong turret, and if you can, even if you can angle the front of your hull, that becomes very strong as well. Again, it has 10 degrees of gun depression with an amazing turret, and it's so underrated, this tank. When this tank first came out, I've done a video, and I loved it. I really did love this tank. It's not my favorite. I don't think it's my favorite tier 8 heavy. I will be doing a video on my favorite tier 8 heavy in due course. But it's definitely worth, for 7,500 gold. I mean, that's a good price. That's not a bad price. And if you are thinking about buying, if you're thinking about buying both of the bundles, as I said again yesterday, 15,000 gold for a tier 9 and a tier 8 tank is pretty good nowadays. It is pretty good nowadays. Now, I am hoping Wargaming, I mean, due to the coronavirus, etc., you've got 14 days premium from Wargaming. So this makes good credits. I mean, if you don't have many premium tanks, especially tier 8 premium tanks, this is a good credit earner. It's a solid tank, and I would definitely recommend this tank. It is a tank that I would recommend to buy. It's a nice tank. I used to play this in tier 8 tournaments. If you can go hold down, that is where this tank will really shine. Now, it does have a little hatch on top. I mean, it's not a massive hatch, as you can see. It's not the biggest, but it's not big. But it's still very weak and easily pennable. So you do have to be careful with that. And it does have a big turret as well. So that it's sort of all flat. So as soon as you start angling your turret, that is when the turret does become quite weak. So always try and face the enemy in a hold down position. It's a heavy tank, so you can ram tanks as well. So it's a tank that I would definitely recommend if you're looking at purchasing it. So for that price anyway, I would definitely recommend the both. As you can see, 3,000 damage, 81,000 credits. Not the best damage, but still a nice amount of credits. So thank you, Fusilier, and we do actually have another battle here from Fusilier. It's not, I don't think it's I mean, none of these battles are exciting. He does nice damage, don't get me wrong, but he is going to find an AFK in this game. So the game itself, we're going to talk about the game itself. It is Castilla, and he is going to the left side. As you can see, he's going with his team. Don't get caught out in this tank, because as I've said earlier in the video, if you get caught out by medium tanks or that get around you, I mean, the traverse ain't bad. The traverse on this ain't bad, but you always want to face the enemy. Always try and face the enemy, because that is where this tank is strongest. If the enemy can get behind you or at the side of you, especially TDs, then they will HE you and they will do a lot of damage. So you can see here now, Fusilier is going front line. He's going to go front line, and he's using this ridge just as protection from the TDs, that if they are in the TD position. And as you can see, there is one. The Pantera takes out the AMX pretty quickly within a minute of the game. And what he's going to do now, he's just going to go and rush. He's going to go and rush the T49, which was a really good decision, because he's now hiding from the TDs if they are there, and it deals with a big tank that does big damage very quickly. And he does get that 560 bounce as well. So now he's going to head towards the Borzik with the T54 lightweight. Now the T54 lightweight really should be sitting back. He shouldn't be so aggressive. He needs to be sat behind this AMX. The AMX Fusilier is pretty much full health, so very bad move there from the T54 lightweight. But you know what, he's going to pay the price, and that was unlucky there from Fusilier. He tracked the Borzik as he was on his way. Now, if he wouldn't have tracked him, the Borzik would have just run directly into him. He would have got a little bit more damage, and of course he would have got that kill. So Fusilier, he's 1600 damage. I mean, he hasn't got any kills yet. They are down on tanks. He's been spotted, so he is going to back up, and you can see he's not moving just yet. He's in a position now where his hull will be hid, and it'll only be his turret showing. So he's going to reset his camo, and then he is going to go a bit forward. So they've brought it down to a 4-on-4, and this is where he's going to get very lucky, because probably one of the only tanks that you would want AFK on the other team is actually AFK. So a full hit point VK 100 01P is gone AFK. So that's 1560 free damage from Fusilier. Now at the moment he's got nothing else to shoot, and yes, it's AFK. He's going to farm damage. Yes, we know he's going to farm damage. But that is a good tank to get. If this guy comes back alive, especially as it is a 4-on-4, and if he comes back alive, that's a big armored tank with a big gun that can deal damage. Now, he's not going to kill him just yet. I mean, it's only going to take one more shot to kill him. But instead, he is going to turn around, and he is going to try and support his team. He's going to try and support his team that are being dealt with from that Pantera. So when he didn't have a shot, he's now not got a shot, and he doesn't really want to leave that guy and head towards these two tanks here. So he is going to quickly just take him out, and now it is just these two tanks left. So it's a 3-on-2 at the moment. Again, no one wants to attack him. It's the Super Persian on his team. There's a TD that is coming through to the cap, but the Pantera now is a one-shot, and the T34 he's bleeding hit points. So Fusilier is going to get behind. There's a Super Persian in front, and he's just going to get behind, and he is going to try and deal with the Pantera. He does, and now all of a sudden it is just this T34, and there is no hope for the T34. It's still a 3 versus 1. He's going to use the HE just to get a little bit more damage, and I think he's going to get that final kill. So 3 kills. He manages to get, I mean, nearly 4.5, 4.3k damage. So not bad. It's a nice tank, and it's definitely a tank I would definitely recommend. It's brilliant tank, very quick, heavy. It's more like a heavium, but that is it. 103,000 credit earned that game as well. So thank you guys for watching. I'm Meadsy69. Some replays will be during the week to make up for the weekend replays that are not here. So keep a lookout. I'm Meadsy, and I'll catch you soon.